All right, then we'll go ahead and start. I guess we'll pick up where we left off last time. I'll move us over to the correct map, hopefully. Since our last session, Roll20 has updated for the DM. Our maps are typically sitting all in one big folder, and now you can create folders and put them inside of various folders. That should do it. Hopefully you guys have been transported back to the map. If I went back and just double checked, so Reckla had just gone, it looks, and just maybe just a quick recap of where we left off and everything. If you guys remember, last session is the one where Ben grabbed an owlbear, and he subsequently died, but he grabbed an owlbear, and there were 3 1s that were rolled in consecutively. The last session, that was another thing that
Yeah.
happened. And then you guys came to the bandit camp, invaded the bandit camp, and we stopped mid-battle here. The last person to go was Reckla. The kobold who's traveling with you, Harlech, he's one of your I think he's the new leader of one of the squads, and he is going next. So I'm going to have him execute. Basically, I think what you were trying to do was to get the one up on, if I remember correctly, you were trying to get the one that was positioned up on the platform, and that's what he and his group were trying to do, is to climb up. And Dallett, I think, was already up there. So they're going to go ahead and start to climb that one by one here. And when they get to the top, they're going to attempt to spear that bandit. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oops, let's go 3. Like,
Harlech is from the other group of these guys.
oh,
Ruktor promoted Harlech to.
Oh no, you're right. No, he's right though. I'm moving the wrong group up here. Yeah, Harlech is the one is the green in the group in green. So they were following Reckla's lead, I believe, and Reckla just went. So I don't know if you wanted to give them an additional order then. That otherwise they're just gonna follow you, Reckla.
Yeah, that was the order.
Okay. Then that brings us back to the top of the turn order and Voldarious' turn. And Voldarious, you are all the way down here by this other group, and you got one bandit here, and then there's a female leader of these bandits who's here.
Now I see bandit there, it looks like. Are they alive still?
Yes. Yeah, none of these, actually none of these have been touched yet. Yeah, everybody in this section is new into being engaged.
Then with one action, I will go ahead and sick the kobolds on the 2 on the top side there. And I will engage the one on the bottom with a spell.
Okay.
I'm going to hit him with a needle dart.
Ooh, that really worked well.
Ah.
Goodness, okay. You actually hit him for the max, and you drop him.
Nice.
Yeah, so he takes his mace out and he shears off some of the metal and sends it on out there. Takes out the bend.
Nice. Good. All right. I think then that would bring up Ruktor and the group that you just gave an order to, and you're having them go for these bandits up here, correct? All right. So I'm going to have these 2 move on up, just like we were doing before. These other 2 will step forward and try to engage the one on the ground. He's going to move over here. And Ruktor himself will also follow. Alright, so let's just do... Alright, so the 2 on the balcony or the platform, are able to strike at the guy on the top, the bandit on the top of the platform. And they end up doing 7 damage to him, hurting him pretty severely. The other 2 that are down here, they missed. All the rest of them missed. There's one more. Ruktor gets his attack now. And he hits. So he is going to do only a scratch, but he is at least going to strike. Wasn't a powerful hit, but at least it connected. So that's it for the Kobolds, the blue squad, and now it's Dallett. So you see these
All right,
Kobolds
I'm
that
gonna-
came up and speared this guy, and now he's barely hanging on.
Cool. I'm gonna try to finish him off. As soon as I can find my swords. There we go.
See, let me double check this. I forget now what they were.
Yeah.
They were, yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit.
Oh, is he still standing?
No, not at all. If you hit him, he falls over. It doesn't even matter what. Yeah, he just falls over if you strike him at all at that point. So yeah, he's.
Okay.
In fact, how about I'll have you, if you'd like to use an action to push him off, I'll give you a chance to have him fall on the bandit beneath him.
I was actually just going to jump off myself.
That might be even more effective. You do deliver a sword, but
Exactly.
yeah, you might as
So
well.
just-
It's more heroic.
It is a lot more
Stab
heroic.
straight down.
Go for it.
See what this does. As soon as it actually shows up.
Oh my.
There we go.
Yeah, so tell us about how you completely annihilate this bandit.
I'll just come flying off with a sword overhead and just swing down, trying
Wham.
to slice him in half.
Goodness. Yeah.
Dallett is on a kill streak.
Can you imagine the kobolds who just stepped up to engage that bandit and the fact that Dallett just fell from the sky with a giant sword and cleaved it through this guy? Wow. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Oh,
So your
cool.
murderous streak continues. I see that.
Yep.
Time off has not cooled Dallett off at all. Well done.
nope, there we go.
Awesome. All right, so I think it's now actually back to the bandit side. They actually get to. Let me see who's left here. So there's the bandit back by the fire, and a bandit up north. Okay, so this bandit by the fire, I think I'm gonna give him a willpower save here to see. Oh, so he's going to be a little bit cowardly and start to head away from Dallett's area here.
Gee, I don't know why.
And
Yeah.
then when he gets up here, I think that would be, he would see Reckla and them coming, so he's going to continue to move north. Okay, so he's trying to duck out stage left. Fenwarden is up.
Okay, is there anybody left on the top of that other tower? Because I can't see very well on the map.
No,
okay.
no bandits. There are 2 kobolds up there, but the bandit has been swiftly put away.
Oh, but I see this is a bandit over here in the far north, right?
Yeah, he just came out that direction.
Oh, good, I have a target. Okay. He's a long way, but he is.
Oh, hit that, right? Even maybe the...
Yep, 100 foot is the first range increment, so he's okay. Okay, let's see. We'll pick him as the 100 prey
Okay.
as the first, and then we'll do the 100 shot with the long composite.
That hits.
100. So his damage is the 4 plus a 1d8 on his first hit. 4 plus 5.
All right. You drop him.
Oh. Okay. Okay, that was, let's see, 2. The third action, he's going to run down the tower. Bottom of it.
Okay. Gotcha. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So now we're back to the bandits. There's 1 regular bandit and then the leader who are left. So this regular bandit is going to, let's see, what is he going to do? I think he might, let me see what he can see actually. Yeah, I think he's gonna do his willpower save. Okay, so he is going to try to escape.
That's the plan.
All right, Reckla, you're back up.
Okay, first action will be to move here. All right. Second action will be to command the kobolds to charge down after that bandit, right?
Yes.
There?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
the leader, I believe.
Okay. I'm gonna have the kobolds charge him. And then with my final action, am I within 30 feet here? Oh, so I'm out of range for that. Really have much I can do in a single action. I guess I'll fire my crossbow. Do that in a single action. Ugh. Alright.
Make sure you guys all do have your hero point for this session, so you'll start with 1. If you don't carry them over, but you'll have 1 if you didn't have any. Is that it for Reckla?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, I think for Harlech and Ruktor, I think you guys can move them. So I'll let you kind of control how you want them to be positioned.
Alright, I'm assuming their speed is 25?
Yes.
Would that be right?
Yeah.
Alright, let me see here. Yeah, so they can get right up next to him. Alright, cool. That would be their turn.
Okay. All right, so they're all in position. All right, Voldarious, you're back up.
Okay. So right now, the only one I can see left is the bandit leader.
Let's see, where are you? Yeah, that would be
Still
all you
going
can see. Yep.
Then we're going to be consistent. We're just going to go ahead and assume that the one up north is still there to escape. And then we're going to go ahead and try to take down the leader. So I'm going to command the kobolds to...
Here's a picture of her. Yeah, so she looks
That's
a little...
lot of weight.
She looks a little different than the other bandits. She certainly looks a little bit more sturdy and experienced than some of them. And go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hit her with some needle darts and command the kobolds to attack her. It's their turn.
Ooh, look at that. That is a hit for 11. Okay. Wow, good hit. All right. Anything else?
Nope, command, and then that's a 2, so that should be my 3.
All right, perfect. All right, Tor and the gang are going to go ahead and engage her. Let's see. Right now you've got 1, 2, 3 of them that it could hit her. And one of them does. Actually, let's see. That second one's closed. No. All right, so yeah, they do a little more damage to her with a couple of spear attacks, and she's looking pretty wounded. Let's see. And then it's back to Dallett, who is right next to the situation.
Just because I'll gladly come and steal the glory here. That's right.
I don't know.
All right.
You've been a fury the whole way through, so no reason to stop.
But yeah, let's just start swinging.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
It's a hit.
This really is the hungering sword.
Okay. She's hurting pretty bad. She is still standing, but not looking good. Not looking good.
Trying to figure out which thing to do here. You know what? I'll just do attacks since we're coming up on.
Ooh, yes, that will do it. With one final blow, how do you finish off the bandit leader here?
Such tight quarters. I'll just go with a nice thrust through the men.
All right, and so you all see Dallett once again just smashing through everything that he's near and dropping the bandit leader pretty easily, I would say, because she really didn't get a chance to do much. And with that, you don't see any other bandits at the camp. You don't hear anything.
We go into free action.
Yeah, we're out of turns now, so you can explore here.
Yeah, and that one is running, right, off the north.
Yeah, they're off the map. I just left them there to show you which direction they've gone.
Yeah, Fenwarden will make sure to yell, "Don't come back or you'll face the wrath of the hungering sword."
Oh, good. We left one alive.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, that worked.
Well, that is reassuring.
Message has been sent. You can assure that. So he will be heading off.
I'm going to go ahead and task the kobolds with gathering up the bodies.
Sure. Where do you want them to bring them?
There's a campfire around this spot, right?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then let's go ahead and have them drag them all over by the campfire, so that way they're off to the side of it.
All right, let's do that. Let's see all of your mess that you've made.
That is a pile.
And those are just Dallets.
There's your pile.
Start going through pockets and see what we can find.
There you go.
Value.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just curious also if the leader chick there, if she has that same, was it an amulet that they all had?
The stag amulet.
Yeah, does she also have one of those?
Yeah. So she has, and I'll. So who wants to record this? Because I'll start.
Yeah, I'm in the party loot now.
Okay. So how many did we have here? It was 8, 9, 10. Okay, that makes that clean.
I need to step away real quick to take my dog out. I will
No
be
worries.
right back.
No worries. All right. So you find a total of 101 silver from all the bodies. On her specifically, you find 8 gold as well, and I've already given you her silver, so there's 8 gold. And then she does have the silver stag lord amulet. She is wearing that, or at least has that on her person. She also has studded leather armor, a potion, and she carried 2 hatchets. She didn't even get to use her maiming chop, which is her ability. Let's see what was there's the maiming chop. She was overwhelmed being surrounded by so many the way that happened. But yeah, that's it for her. The others, I think you guys know pretty much what they're carrying: darts and daggers for the most part, leather armor, and they each usually have the amulets as well.
Is the potion labeled with what it is?
Let's give you a 20% chance. Do you want to roll percentile? Or not labeled?
Does the odor or aroma of it smell familiar to us as comparing to stuff we've already had, like healing potions or?
I don't know how that really works. If you can say if it would smell the same or something.
I could do a
Does identify
nature
magic?
check.
Identify magic is an action. What?
Require like alchemy or something like that, where you would have to have, or arcane.
Each magical tradition has a corresponding skill. You must have the trained proficiency in a skill to use it to identify magic. You have to be trained in arcana, religion, occultism, or nature.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so if you have training in one of those, you could try.
I'm trained in nature.
Go for it. There you go. So yeah, I think you think it seems a lot like a similar consistency and odor to lesser healing potion.
We have to give that to somebody if there's anybody that doesn't have one on their person already.
I may have given mine away. I'm not sure.
I have one.
I did give mine away.
Okay. That may come in handy to not be sitting there in a bag.
Let me just double check and see if there's anything else here of interest.
I'll take one of the hatchets. Are they just normal hatchets?
Yeah, they look just like normal hatchets.
Cool.
They do, let's see, D6 plus strength, I think. Yep.
That sounds right.
Just double checking to see what else is around here.
Rations. Do they have rations or recipes or?
Okay, I guess you guys are going to look around a little bit, and basically you would find that they have a stash buried under a wood pile of most of their loot, and that's where you find coinage I already gave you, as well as you find a pair of silver earrings. You find a wooden music box. You find 3 crates of furs and pelts. And best of all, 8 bottles of herbal liquor.
Herbal liquor? How interesting.
Like it's like, as far as everything that's here, it looks like it's the finest quality thing. As far as I think it's surprising to you to see something this nice amongst these other trinkets, that you would think this is a high society item. Not probably as common as the other things you're finding.
stolen from some nobleman.
Yeah, some passerby on the road. I guess we could throw most of that into our cart that they conveniently brought over for us.
That's true. My cart is pretty well torn.
It's pretty trashed, and
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they took most of the parts off of it and used them to construct traps and the like. So they've left it in disrepair. Just looking to see if there's anything else of notice. So yeah, the other thing that you would have uncovered was that one of the bandits had a thunderstone
Oh, that's right.
that he used to make like a deafening bang when he smacked it against something hard. So that would be another thing that you should write down.
Does somebody want to have that in their inventory in particular?
Sure,
Okay.
Yeah, and let's see, that is, here's a little bit more on the thunderstone, just so you have that.
Blessed thunderstone. Oh.
Let's see, anything else of note? Yeah, it looks like they've been hunting and eating locally you do find some rations, but it doesn't seem like a lot given as many bandits that are here. So you suspect, based on their kitchen setup, that they have been doing a lot of hunting in this area pretty much, and that's how they've been sustaining. So yeah, you don't really find any other basic supplies. That's pretty much it.
But do we want to sort of position up for the potential inbound bandit leader?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the plan was at this point.
We were just trying to draw them out so that we could
Yeah.
possibly ambush them with the kobolds. Although the guy who ran away knew that we had kobolds. I don't know. Any ideas?
I will say that there's an entire script that they gave to the GM on interrogation, on how to answer your interrogation, and you've left no survivors. Sadly.
One that they ran away.
Yeah, we let one get away.
That's true. Yeah, you let one go untouched into the night.
We could try and go find the next camp.
Yeah, I was thinking that whether or not we just follow the bandit and meet them on the road, because it's not like we could hide and ambush them at this.
Yeah, they know we're here. They're coming out hunting for us. So it actually would be better if we tried to engage them somewhere other than this camp.
Yeah.
If this is their territory, then they're going to know most of it probably better than we would. Most places that we would try to engage them probably already have an advantage due to familiarity.
Yeah.
It would really have to be surprise that would tip it in our favor.
And the only real way we can do that is if we move from where they knew we were. Because if they find us here, they already know the best ways to get in and out and all that. So
if they split up and they're trying to come at us from different sides, we'd want to get them before they could do that, or get them in smaller portions.
Just proven, you just put on a clinic of how this is a really difficult spot to defend. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to be those guys.
No, repeat the mistakes of the past. Yeah, I guess we'll try.
I think Ruktor would weigh in from the Kobold's perspective, and he would add, "I don't think those cowards will leave their fort."
Problem.
Let's go check out the next camp and see if they've all retreated to the fort or if they're still out at the camps.
It is possible that they've left the rest of them to be on their own and just hole up in the fort. Bandits such as these don't seem to have much loyalty when their own skid is involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this, as far as it was like the biggest encampment in this area, the other camps that they would be in various positions up and down the road. They're not like close by necessarily. I'm not saying you can't go there, but I'm just saying the fort is closer probably than the next camp.
Yeah, for some reason I was under the impression that there was a bunch of camps surrounding the fort. And that's the only reason I was suggesting. So if that's not the case,
on the map they are. On the map they are. So, but that means they're like up there east and west down the road. So you'd have to
Gotcha.
again travel out of the current hex that we're in to get to
Right.
the next camp.
We could always try to find a straggler and then interrogate him to find out more about this other way in. We heard a rumor that there is something under the castle, so we don't have a clear
Yeah.
idea whether
We'd
it's
have to
actually
be hunting that, and that would get us exposed.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe we do, after all, go towards another camp.
Okay, so you're gonna go bandit hunting and try to head on the road and try to find one of the other camps where you're sure one is, or are you when you say, I think Joe, you were saying you're looking for like a straggler, is what you were saying.
Yeah, we're doing that, but thinking if we're looking for somebody, maybe they'll be in the camp. So
Yeah.
ideally, a small group where we could kill all but one, or just one would be ideal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's have you guys decide which way do you want to go. Do you want to go, and let me double check the map on mine. I don't remember if it's north, south, or east, west. Okay, so yeah, so it would be east, west that you can choose between which camp you want to go to. One to the east, which is back towards Restov, in the direction of Restov, or to the west, which is more towards the direction of Oleg's trading post.
We came from the southwest, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, here's the... I'll pop you guys on the map so you can see.
Yeah, I was thinking continue on our way, because we might have run into the bandits otherwise.
Yeah, so I'll pop a little mark on here of what you're having to choose between is like that. And where's your fort? There we go. Like that, pretty much. Those are the yellow and the maroon circles would be where the other two camps would be.
I don't see circles. Oh, now I do.
It's delayed. So
I
east
think the
or west?
maroon one would be better. So.
So the one looks like we have to be crossing a lot of streams. Let's see that. Where's the? Oh,
Is it on the south side of the river? The maroon.
Yeah. You believe so.
So we'd have to cross a river one way, either way. If we go east or if we go to the north, we'd have to cross one river side.
Yeah, the one
We
to
have
the
to go
north.
around.
The one to the north also looks less likely to have gotten a word about our little
incursion.
Yeah.
If the bandits running from the camp to the fort and we head from the camp to the other camp, we'd have a chance at getting there before someone else might. Maybe we could intercept a messenger, or we just get there ahead of it. Because if we go north, we're going to have to go around the fort.
Yeah.
If we go around the fort, it increases our chances of being discovered or just taking too long and giving them the opportunity to mobilize. I would say maroon would be our best bet, and hope maybe that we can catch someone along the way. If we can get one of them, then we can have all sorts of new opportunities.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I like that idea.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, so we'll have you guys. I'll move you guys into another map to get us your marching order and everything together.
Does anyone know if it's possible to knock somebody unconscious in this game? I was Googling it, but it looks like there's no specific rules surrounding it.
I have a spell that can do it because it's a non-lethal
there you
spell.
Go. Yeah, they can attack some sort of subdual attack.
Yeah.
Non-lethal attacks. You can make a non-lethal attack in an effort to knock someone out instead of killing them. It happens with the non-lethal trait. Do this automatically. Take a -2 circumstance penalty. The attack roll. It doesn't have.
I guess I should have
asked.
asked.
Non-lethal and take a -2 then.
Were you guys planning to travel by road or by forest, or what's your plan of?
If we're trying to intercept a messenger, I guess we should try to cross the river to get to the road.
And take the road up? Okay.
But if we care about the messenger, then it's just forest.
Okay, let me...
Zoomed in on this map to 206%.
I was at 190 and I'm like, okay, where's everyone supposed to? Oh.
You know what? If we get this whole band of kobolds with us, we ought to have somebody that has stealth out ahead.
I'm gonna let you guys put yourselves in the orientation that you would like. I think you guys can see the new map. I've got a road going east-west. And if you just want to arrange
I
yourselves.
can stealth up ahead and try to keep an eye out, but I'm only going to be able to move 15 feet per turn if I'm like doing searching while stealthing.
He's got to do that. I don't think we're going to sneak up on anybody with the whole kobolds.
I'll give you the cloak again.
That would have been where the scout kobolds would have come in handy,
Yeah.
because they do have some stealth.
Oh, yeah, Cloak of Shadows.
But
There you
as
go.
it is, you guys just tore through a bandit camp with the warriors, which the scouts probably wouldn't. You would have lost probably some.
Yeah, we did all right.
And not just to an owlbear.
So, I guess if you guys want to just put yourselves in the order you're traveling, I see Reckla is on here twice for some reason. Let me see.
I only see Reckla.
Yeah, I don't see my token at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
just drug.
okay,
I
yeah.
drug mine over because I didn't see. That's why 2 were there.
Can you?
Oh, I see. I've got you guys on the wrong layer. My bad. It'll all come in now.
Hey there.
Oh,
All
there
right.
we go.
So I was gonna say now
got
that
you.
I've messed up the token thing.
No, you're fine. I've got like certain defaults set on the token, so I try to copy the same ones across.
So are we going from west to east, or is this just establishing our margin?
I think you guys said you're going to travel the road, and you are going mostly, in this orientation, you would be going east. You'll need to thin out the herd there. There'll be, there you go. You could probably go 2, maybe 3 wide, 2 comfortably. 3 at times you would probably get in each other's way. 1 second, I'm going to grab something. I'll be right back.
Reckla, you want to be at the back, or you want to be more at the?
Doesn't make a big difference to me, so I'll move my crew
I'll
up
stay
towards
in-
the front.
We'll put Fenwarden in the back. He can cover the front. In the back from there. So.
Yeah, I'll stay out in front.
And then
Almost stealthy.
that Cloak of Shadow only has a minute duration. Sort of wants you to like all for it when you want it, and I'll just give it to you.
Show up out of the shadows.
All right, looks like you've got everything in order.
When did you become a ninja?
I don't know.
Yeah. Rogue much like in all of that
I
going
feel like
on.
I'm due for some criticals at horrible points.
All right, so you're marching in this order, and then my next question is, what is your speed that you're trying to move at? So you can move slowly to be stealthy. You'll move basically half speed, and you'll have advantage to not being detected. Moving at normal speed basically gives you just normal response, and then if you move fast, obviously you're going to cover the ground more quickly, but you could draw attention. What's your choice on movement?
I think we would. I would say we would move stealthily until we're clear of the fort. Make sure we're not near the fort, and then pick up the pace. I don't know if you guys want to run, but
We're really not in a hurry to get anywhere. The whole idea is to find someone.
Whatever we find first, messenger or the camp.
Right.
Do the kobolds know of anything specifically? Do they know of camps up here they could direct us to?
They're the ones that have given you the knowledge of these camp locations.
So they actually have location for it, so they'll know.
Yeah, the further you get away from the mines, the less accurate they are in terms of what they can take you to. So you are risking the fact that you're at the edge of their territory, but some of them feel like pretty certain that they're leading you towards a camp, but not all of them have seen it. So that's what you're finding the further you get away from their territory.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
All right. Anything else that I need to know about precaution-wise as you're traveling here, or anything else specifically that anyone's doing?
I think we decided we don't have a way of actually talking to the kobold, right? Because they don't speak our language. Oh, you speak Draconic. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we've been.
So I was just gonna say maybe we tell them to be on watch if they see something.
I think
Safe
Ruktor
hunting.
and the previous one spoke a bit of common.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does
That's part
Harlech speak
part of the
any
job
common?
requirement. Yeah, very basic, like just pretty rough, but you can certainly
Yeah, I
give
can
orders.
communicate anything more involved, but if it's
Mhm.
something more, if it's more basic, then at least
Yeah.
those two, the squad leaders, can disseminate that amongst the troop.
All right. Okay, you guys are then stealthing and then moving regularly, or just stealthing the whole way? I didn't catch that.
Stealthing just to get clear of the fort and then moving normal pace.
Got it. Okay.
Is the fort easily visible? Is it up on a hill or something, or is it just there in the forest with block line of sight?
It's kind of up on a hill. It's got a good view of the area. But yeah, you're able to get quickly out of the area without feeling like you've been followed or anything like that. So you're on the road for a little ways before you feel comfortable picking up the speed and moving east. So as you press forward, you do notice up ahead, Dallett, somebody coming down the road. If you'll do a perception check. From this distance, it just appears as if there are two humans coming down the road towards you. They are on horseback. And you'll have some time to consider what you want to do before they get up to you. But what would you like to do?
I guess circle back to or turn around and head toward the main group to let them know that there are people coming. That there are two riders on horseback. Do you want me to do a stealth for that?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you want to avoid them noticing what you're doing, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
So anyway, you can move yourself back to where you would like to end up going, and then what are you doing? Just telling them that somebody's ahead, or
yeah,
stay on
I'm
the
going to
road?
tell
Or...
them that somebody's ahead. Then can I actually try to sneak off the road and stealth along it, just in the brush, to try to avoid detection by the riders, but get around them if I could? Or would they be on us at this point?
I think that it's like a second action here. If you're wanting to move off into the woods and hide somewhere else, you could do that. So I don't have a problem with you trying to hide again before they get up to you. But yeah. What about the others? What are you all going to do with that now that I'll give everybody else an action to take as well here if you want
I
to
They're
think-
heading
move?
toward us, right? We're not overtaking them.
They're coming towards you.
I think I'd order the kobolds to hide in the brush, and I would stay on the road.
Okay, so the kobolds in the brush, are they hiding, I guess? I assume they're
Yes.
hiding in the brush?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna have them maybe,
Yeah, I'd tell them
just
to split up
10 feet off.
split up side to side, so that way side if necessary.
Okay. Let's see what they...
Fenwarden's going to stay where he's at. He'll take out his longbow, but otherwise he's visible.
I'd back and Reckla back a little bit, so that way if they're coming up to us, we're here more in the center. It gives a large sheet kind of hang.
Okay, the Kobold warriors are doing their best impression of
They're
hiding.
trying.
They're
real hard.
giggling.
Yeah,
The trees shaking.
Be
yeah.
quiet. Oh, you be quiet. No.
They're
no.
like the kids at the front door who's urging the other one to ring the doorbell. All right. And so the rest of you are you're right where you want to be, right? Okay, so yeah, down the road, eventually, you do hear the sound of the hoofs, and you do see two humans that are riding on horseback towards you. And as they approach, excuse me. So I think for one,
Do they have a light source that they're bringing with them?
yeah,
Are they
it looks
riding in the
looks like one of them is carrying a lantern, a bullseye lantern with them as they travel. And so they get within range to where it looks like they may have noticed somebody creeping around and they're looking off in the woods in the direction where Dallett was. But they continue nonetheless forward towards Reckla and Voldarious. And as they're closing in, they're noticing all of these creatures that are standing off in the side, and they say, "You're a little odd looking for bandits," one of them says to you as they stop right when they get past here. I'll drop them on in just a second. But they'll call that out towards Reckla.
That's
and
because
Voldarious.
we're not bandits.
I didn't think there was anything else on these roads.
You're on the road. What does that say about you?
It says that we have thus far evaded the danger, but where are we now? And they look around and make it obvious that they see all these
Yeah.
kobolds and stuff. What is it that
We
you
were-
would want?
Oh, no, we are in search of said bandit. Where is it? Not to pry, but you're not headed to the fort, are you?
No, we are not headed to the fort. We are continuing westward toward a trading post.
Ah, what was it? Oleg. Tell the Oleg I said hello. And Katrina, was it Katrina? What was his wife's name? I forget.
Svetlana.
Svetlana.
So you know of them.
We do. We've met them and had a very nice time at their trading post.
Saved them from some bandits.
Aha. That is quite interesting. In fact, that is what we were coming to check on. We had received word back in Restov that they were under some duress and being taxed by the bandits. We had not known yet that the threat was dealt with. We were coming to work with them to make a plan to rid them of this. So whose authority are you working on? Who do you work for? Are you?
We have been chartered by Lady Jamundai. Is that what?
Jamandi?
Jamandi?
Yeah.
To rid these lands of bandits and to help bring civility.
Then we are of like minds because we represent interests from Restov as well. And again, we are just checking here to check on Oleg's trading post and make sure that he and Svetlana are safe and that we can do anything we can to help them. But if you have already seemingly done away with this threat, then
We did leave them alone. It would assuage our concerns to know that more aid has arrived for them to ensure their safety. We cannot speak to their condition since we've left.
I see. Then we will continue with our check-in and make sure that everything is well with them. But it is good to hear, and we welcome the good deeds you have done to help them. They are an important part of our plans. So,
Indeed. Have you any knowledge of the fort that the bandits are in? Because we have intentions to do them further harm. We want to know as much as we can about their fort.
So we can do the maximum amount of harm.
I have some memory of it. I know it's been in disrepair and disarray for some years. I haven't been in it for many, but the last I knew, it was built on top of a large cavern, and it sits with a spiked wall. I believe that they have repaired. Reports are that they have fully repaired the spiked wall, but the structure itself of the fort is still not fully rebuilt. There are 2 towers that they'll very likely be using to have spotters and survey the area. And there's one known entrance. Those are what I remember, he says.
Do you have any recollection or idea of where an entrance to the cavern underneath the fort could be found?
From within the fort, there used to be a building that like a small building in the fort that you would enter in order to go down into the cavern.
I see.
Inside the fort, that there used to be some ballistas in the fort and some other heavy equipment like that, but I know not of its condition.
That's difficult to keep that stuff fortunately they're not able.
When we'll through this area and quickly to try to avoid the bandit activity and make as much ground as we can during these times. We don't poke our heads around a whole lot into the what they've been doing. We've been instructed to allow this to unfold in the way that Lady Jamandi instructed. So we have not, and nor has Restov sent anyone to deal with the bandits. So I would assume that they've been building and rebuilding for some time.
If you're going to continue to the outpost, could I impose upon you to deliver an item to Svetlana for us?
Certainly. We'd be glad to.
I believe we've recovered her wedding band from a nasty ring, a nasty group of mitflits.
She would be very grateful to know that you have recovered this and that you would do such a thing. We would be honored to return it to her possession.
All right, I'll give him the ring. Forgive me, we've had such a wonderful discussion, and I do not know your name.
I am Hannes.
Hannes, Matt, I'm Reckla.
And this is my companion Trask. As I say, we have passed through these lands several times. We don't do it often and not without pause. How have you managed so far to accumulate such strength?
I'm just gonna point at Dallett.
I'll just wave.
Well, what he brings in strength and bravery, I suppose he lacks in stealth. But
Yes. Nobody can have it all.
let's see. I think one of these two will mention to you that there are many bandits about. Stay aware, because we have seen them even on this evening. Earlier, we saw them passing in the same direction as you. There were 4 of them.
Oh, good.
And they seem to be moving with some haste, and they didn't even take time to hassle us, which we found quite odd.
Yeah, wonder what they could be working about.
They might be calling in all the reinforcements from the other camps.
Yeah, messengers. Okay, good to know.
We wish you well, and we hope to see you again. Stay safe out here on the road. And they'll nod at all of you as they pass by and ride on out of here. And then you guys would probably still have another couple of hours of ground to cover before you would reach the camp. So I'm going to have a random check to see if we get anything else on the road. And
I don't think there's any point in sneaking anymore if we know the messenger has already passed us.
Yeah, we can just go regular speed or even.
But yeah, I think we were already going back to regular speed.
Yeah.
that makes sense. Huh. Okay, one interesting thing first, and I'll have Dallett roll perception. Okay, as you are traveling down the road, you look up ahead and see something odd. It looks like a large object suspended off the ground. Not a large object, I should say, but a medium-sized object that's suspended up off of the ground from the distance, and it doesn't make sense to you. But as you get closer, you notice that it is the head of a large animal that has been cut off and put onto a stick and is sticking in the ground.
Oh, nice.
Yep, so if you want to do a nature check, looks like it's some kind of like an elk. And
Interesting.
does anyone have, or whoever would like to do a religion check? Yeah, Darius, you get the distinct impression that this isn't like some type of barbaric warning, that this is more cult-like, potentially, like some kind of ritual might have been performed at this location.
Maybe it's a stag.
You notice, like, on the ground that it looks like there's a lot of footprints and everything around it, as if there was like a gathering near it as well. If any of you are looking, you would see several sets of footprints that it looks like were in this area.
This might be some area where some form of religion holds meetings. Organization, perhaps taking strength from creatures such as this, emulating it perhaps.
I think
Do we still have
to decide whether we want to spend a lot of time here or try to keep moving forward. If we could check this out more thoroughly on the way back, I'd really like to spend some time searching the grounds, but meanwhile, we're
Yeah, I was wondering if the stag ward amulet would do anything.
Sorry, Reckla would like to cast Read Aura on it too.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Or even maybe Detect Magic is more appropriate, just to see if there's magic in the area.
Yeah. Let me see what it's. Yeah. So you get the sense that there might have been some divination magic that was being used as a part of the ritual, and whether or not what they were looking at or looking for, you don't maybe know, but you would think that they were using this as to divine something about the past or future.
Oh no, actually, no, I cancel.
Anything else you want to do with this scene here?
We want to see if we can track the footprints.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do
Yeah.
survival check or nature. I think it's mostly survival though, right?
Yeah, and I have the tracking goggles too.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Tracker's goggles.
Darius is
Clear
like,
as day to him.
yeah, what are you two fools looking at?
No,
But
they go this way.
it looks like most of the wow. Okay.
Nice.
So both Voldarious and Fenwarden easily see the fact that most of the steps headed east towards the roadway, but there was two sets of steps that slipped off north off of the roadway.
Interesting.
Can we tell how recent this was?
Yeah, do you think that this was probably in the last day, half a day? You don't think it's as recent as the ones who traveled by you necessarily, but you're not exactly sure.
Two go north, and how many went the other way?
Two went to the north, and it looks like 6 went east.
We're going east anyway. Might as well just stay.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I feel like we should go best speed to try to get the 6 before they rejoin somebody else. The whole idea is to get a smaller group here.
All right, back on the road, and moving with haste or moving just normal?
Yeah, fine moving with haste.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's push those kobolds for all they've got. You know.
All right, let's see.
Some of us go only as fast as those kobolds, so a little bit understand.
Oh, I gotta re-roll this.
Boy, I must have fumbled while trying to eat that almond. I've been coughing for the past 5 minutes. I got this little piece stuck in the back of my throat, and it was just, whew.
Critical failure on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
They attacked your uvula.
Yeah. So you all are basically covering ground very fast at this point, moving without a whole lot of caution. At one point, when you come up over the hill, Dallett, you look ahead, and you see some animals that are crossing the road. It looks like a couple of boar are slowly making their way across the path in front of you, and then they scurry off as you guys pass by. When you get up near that area, I'm gonna have you roll perception.
Just Dallett or everybody?
Dallett.
As soon as it comes through. There we go.
And so as you're walking, you basically keep walking, and then I'm gonna have Reckla and Voldarious roll perception checks.
I feel like I just missed an ambush.
it could have been. So both
Yeah.
Voldarious and Reckla, you guys notice when you get up over this little hill as well that you look off of the trail, and you see a humanoid standing maybe 30 feet off of the road itself, just straight up in the tree line. And just as you're noticing them, you can see their silhouette, and you get the sense right away that it is a lizard folk, and
Nice.
that they're looking at you just stoically as you are walking by, almost amusingly trying to see if you're going to notice them. but not really even trying to hide or anything, just standing still. And you guys both make eye contact with this creature right around the same time, and he nods in your direction as you walk up.
It doesn't look like the one that we've met. We've met two
You've
now,
met
right?
two,
Like,
and no, this one does not look to be the same.
okay.
Yeah, as we walk up to it, I'm going to turn to the kobolds. And what was it the lizards know again? At one point, the kobold said, and I quote, "The lizards know."
I'm trying to remember that too. There was a reason that we wanted to chat up the lizard folk.
The lizards
Maybe
know
it was
of
the
hungering
entrance.
sword. They know of the hungering sword. We don't know what they know about it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, do they recognize this lizard?
He looks like content for you to just walk by. He's not making any motion or effort to speak with you. He's just observing you as you're walking by. It seems to be true to form for the lizard folk that you had met as well, that there's hunters and somewhat solitary.
Neutral in a way. Should we take the opportunity to chat them up about the sword? Does it matter to us at this moment?
Not if we're trying to catch them, I don't think. If
Yeah.
they're not going to, I don't think it's worth engaging them and letting the 6 get further away from us.
Yeah, I think we need to. I think, yeah, that's
All right.
not what we're interested in right now.
Yeah. We'll keep on moving.
All right. Okay, so you guys press through, and you start getting the roads veering around a little bit, and the kobolds basically indicate that they think you're close, that you're in the area of the other bandit camp, and that you should probably start to think that the roadway would be being watched, and that you may want to slip off the roadway to try to invade the camp, if you will. So, in fact, what we'll do is I'm going to just draw on this map where they're indicating. Let's see. Yeah, so they're going to indicate to you all that the bandit camp is off of the roadway to the south. And I'll just have everybody move back a little bit like this.
Gotcha.
What is this terrain? Can we see through it? Is it just difficult terrain to walk through?
It is difficult terrain to walk through. It's underbrush, basically, is the terrain type. So if you have some feats where you can choose like a terrain type, this would be called underbrush.
Sounds like we could use it to hiding or whatever, but it's
yeah, it's certainly it works both ways. It's hard to see through from ground level. It's pretty dense, especially at night. So it favors both sides in a way. But yeah, so they're basically, again, they're just giving you like a general direction to say that they believe the bandit camp is in that direction.
You want me to try to stealth and search for it?
I'll go with you on that if you want to do that.
Yeah.
We can move up there, try to be stealthy.
I'll give you guidance for your checks.
Okay, there you go. And I'll switch over to a longsword.
Yeah. I think if we stealth up and find it, I guess it matters where it is. Like what we do then.
Yeah.
If it's really far in the brush, they're gonna know we're coming.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll open up the turn order and go through it in order to make sure that everybody's getting a chance to act, and then we'll add them to their turn order once you've encountered them.
Okay.
So let me clear it. And yeah, if you just want to go ahead and roll your turns here, and okay, Dallett, you can lead the way.
Stealth.
There you go.
And then just sneak into the underbrush. Let me see. I guess is this where it is, or just the general direction?
It's just general right now.
Yeah.
You don't see anything or hear anything yet.
I'll just move the 90 feet that I can, unless I see something, in which case I'll stop. Should I do a perception check too?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and move yourself down into the woods a little bit there then. All right. Anything else?
No, it's everything.
Okay. All right, Darius, what would you like to do?
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to see if I can't detect some metal. Go ahead and see if I can't see if there's any weaponry or anything, any common steel or iron that might be in the area. Only goes out to 30 feet, but walk up and down along the road, kind of pushing out and seeing if I can't find anything. Might give us some kind of indication.
Yeah, let me see then what the distance would be. 30 feet. You'd be the center of it, right? See. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, what Voldarious will hit on, and I'll move you over here, is when you get up in this area, you sense some metal, something metallic in a tree stump. And so you can go and check that out if you'd like to look. Let's see, so you'll need to do a perception check. And around the tree stump, you find a false side to it where when you pull at one of the roots and it comes away, there's a small hole in the ground. And in the hole in the ground, there is a burlap sack that Voldarious is able to find and grab and pull out of the hole. As you do that, you hear some metal inside of the sack confirming what you had hit on. But that's it for your turn, actually. Reckla, you're up.
Boy, I'm not exactly sure what I should do to be the most helpful here. I think I'm going to order the kobolds move to the other side of the path that Dallett took. And then might as well do a pop at detect magic, make sure there's nothing exciting waiting for us within 30 feet.
All right. Nope, you don't detect anything from there.
I guess last action, he'll just be ready to follow Dallett, but he's not going to really go too far into the woods. He doesn't know what's going to pop off in there.
All right. Fenwarden then. You're the last to act.
Fenwarden is heading into the woods with Dallett. He can't move quite as fast. I think Dallett moved 90. Fenwarden's got armor that slows him down, so he's going to be at 75. But he'll be up there a little behind Dallett.
Got it. Okay. Make a perception check, Fenwarden.
Okay, perception. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, wait, did stealth also?
Yeah, if you're trying to be quiet there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so then I'm gonna move the kobolds. I'm gonna have the kobolds move up here. So Bruckter is gonna have these guys mirror what the other guys are doing, and these three guys.
Fenwarden's perception checks are so bad. I've even got an initiative enhancement for when I went up a level. It still didn't help. I think he's part blind or something. I don't know. Maybe he can't hear very well.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, as you guys are doing that, and the kobolds are getting in position, you hear some noise, and you hear it from a couple of different directions. First thing you hear are some loud voices that are coming from the north side of the path, and oops, whoop. Why did it duplicate all of my kobolds? There we go.
Hey, if we've got more kobolds, that's fine by us.
There we
They
go.
As
sent
long as
reinforcements.
they're on our side.
Oh, jeez, I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah.
There we
Is
go.
it because you have the kobold warrior in the turn order highlighted or something?
No, I got it. It was just okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, a couple of voices scream out, "Attack!" And you guys hear some motion and commotion going on just north of the path as a couple of bandits charge towards these kobolds, Harlex kobolds, and they're gonna take attacks towards these guys. All right.
Man, why do they always go after my kobolds?
That's true. I don't know why. In this case, they just happen to be right in front of them. But yeah, let me have. Okay, so they're gonna be using just their daggers here mostly, I think. Do I have it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, That should be it. So they got 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Okay. All right. So they've jumped in and struck these top 3 kobolds. Each got hit, but they're all still standing. None of them were fatal shots. It seems like they were laying in wait potentially and took the chance to go after the kobolds once their backs were turned. And so that would bring us back to Dallett. So you would have heard that.
All I can really do. Huh?
I said you would have heard that like up the hill behind you now.
Yeah, all I can really do is just rush back.
Yep.
I don't have any more movement to do anything, so.
Okay. Got it. All right, Voldarious.
All right. I'm going to use an action to command the Raktor's squad go over and offer some assistance to their kobolds, and then I will. I'll probably just go ahead and throw some needle.
Got it. Okay. Nice. That's a hit. It hurt him pretty good. All right, so he is hanging on, barely hanging on, but it is now Reckless' turn.
Okay, Reckla's gonna fire off a daze at that guy. He gets a basic will save DC 19.
Okay. And it seems like they save a lot. I don't know why.
It really does.
Probably seems twice as much to you.
Wow, and it's only a +2. Will's usually the least one for
Yeah, they don't have a
enemies
good
to
will.
save. That's
Crazy.
that seems a little hard.
I'll give Fenwarden. No, I'll give Dallett guidance since he's poised to attack next.
Okay. All right, Fenwarden.
Hey, he hasn't seen anything down where he's at. Let me see if it's any faster to get somewhere else. Boy, yeah, he's just gonna have to run to send things out. He's gonna just have to spend a full turn to just get back where he came from.
Got it. Okay.
Really went the wrong way.
Started over there, but okay, that's really all I can do.
All right. So the let's see, I think the kobolds would be up now. So let's see, we're moving Ruktar's group over. Let me put them in the order here. Okay. There we go. Oops. Yeah, so I'm gonna move these guys over. Ruktar can make it there in one move and still attack at that bandit. So let's see if he can hit the bandit. So spear. And he hits him and he kills him actually. That's what
Nice.
he needed. So Ruktar did finish off this bandit. Alright. Now the others, these have to spend 2 moves. But they can start filing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll put him on top. 7. So then each of them will get 1 attack, which is 6 of these spears.
Now they're flanked too.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, they all are. Let's see.
Dang.
Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, so they're effective. They're landing some shots, so they look like they're laying into him here, following orders very well and executing, making contact, all of that fun stuff. So they are they're surrounded right now. I was gonna say maybe we could just pause here at the top of this order for a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll pick up with Dallett at the top of the order.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. All right. Hey, is everybody back? I can see Scott and Joe.
Yep, all set.
Ben, you back yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. If you want to go ahead and start off for us, Dallett will be up first.
All right. I will move up there. Do we want to try to get one of the bandits first? Knock one of them out and...
Yeah, that's what Reckla is trying to do with his daze.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
It's
Okay.
a non-lethal. So we just have to I don't know, someone yell out, someone pick one, be like, keep that one.
Yeah. Round. I will go around here, pull out my sword, and I'm going to try to do a snagging strike. As soon as I can find it.
What now?
Snagging strike.
Yeah. Make them flat-footed. If I can hit.
You got guidance.
It's true.
Plus
Let's
one to
hope.
your check.
Let's hope I
Yeah, that's a hit.
Ooh. So that's my turn, though.
Let's see. So this does or doesn't do damage is the question.
That does do damage, so it might kill him in the process, since I did not specify that I was trying to do it non-lethally.
Yeah, it's gonna kill him. It's gonna kill him.
All right, cool. I'll just
Unfortunately.
be holding a corpse then.
Yeah.
It makes it easier to pick one.
Yeah, you're
To
like, not
select.
this one. You're like, not this one. You're just a process of elimination here. You can't help it. Dallett cannot help it. Everything he touches at this point just dies.
Really should have just thrown a dagger for this. Nope.
Is that it for Dallett? I think that is.
Yeah, that's everything for me.
All right. So it's on the bandits now. So you guys hear some more movement and another voice call out, and some more.
I'm hearing is awkward.
Some more bandits emerge. Let's see. So there are 4 more bandits that emerge here and begin to charge in. And so they're going to move towards these kobolds. They'll take 2 actions. 2 actions. 2 actions. All right. And they're going to start in on these guys. 3. This kobold was not injured until now. 5. Okay, this one's died. So he's taken... Yeah, he took 10 damage that round. And then the other kobold's taking... So he's dead. So 2 kobolds have perished. And then these 2 that are surrounded, they're going to focus their fire on the green bandits. So they're going to do... Or the green kobolds, I meant to say.
Yeah.
And then... Okay,
Oh!
so 4... It's still just 4 damage.
Yeah, that's
thankfully.
true.
So they did 4 and 4, so these guys are still good. They're just taking a couple of chips. Alright. Alright, so the bandits have gone, and you can see they've called in some reinforcements. This one here looks a little bit like he could be their leader. He's definitely got a little bit more to it. Yep. And it's Voldarious' turn.
All right, so I'm down. So the only 2 that were hurt from the blue are dead, and the other 2 are green.
Yeah, there's 2 wounded green.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and move up, and I'm going to cast. So anybody within 5 feet of me gets a +1 bonus to attack.
Nice.
How long does that last?
It's 1 minute. Requires
So they have to be next to you.
an action. Expand it. Additional action.
Mhm.
Nice. So everyone hath been blessed in a 5-foot radius from him, and then it should be up to Reckla now.
Alright. Reckla, I think, is going past Days again. This time, he's targeting the apparent leader of this troop, of this group of little bands. And he's gonna call out, let's keep this one!
Mm,
He's been tagged.
But
All right, so he's gonna.
He gets
make
a basic will.
Will. Yeah, here we go. He's got a little bit better will than the others, but not so good. Okay,
Hey,
that's a critical failure, is it not?
Yeah, it is.
Does it work that way? It's if you fail by 10, I believe that. Yeah.
yeah,
Seems like that doesn't happen very often, which is why I ask. But okay, so he's gonna hit 8 damage then. All right. Nice.
Gain stunned 1.
He's stunned
Yeah.
1.
All right, let's give him. All right, nice. And then Fenwarden's turn.
Okay, Fenwarden has to drop his long sword and take out his longbow. Long. And he won't take time to worry about hunted prey. Let's see. He'll go after this one here. And just start.
Did you say you were making him a prey?
No.
Oh, you're not.
No. Time.
Okay, yeah, that will drop him.
Drops him. Okay. And then he's got one action left where he'll go for the guy that's next to him.
Didn't take my last action. My last action would have been to move.
Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped you.
worries.
For some reason, I thought you had done something else other than the spell, and I whiffed. So 17 on the second one? That actually kills him,
Oh, wow.
the 2 damage, because he was already down to 1 hit point.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm out of action, so.
Nice. Okay. So the Kobold warriors are gonna... Let's see, let me move all these guys to the front and have them step up to meet the new threat. Let's go ahead and arrange them like that. These guys will at least step up here for now. Actually, they could fill in over here like that and each get attacks. Who else didn't get one? He can get one. 11 attacks. This could be the end.
They know not to attack the one with the beard, right?
Yeah, I'll do non-lethal attacks with those, and there's only 2 that have a shot at him. I'll have them go first, actually. One of them hit him. One of them would do 2 damage non-lethal, right? Okay. Oops. There we go. Okay. And then the others are gonna go ahead and let go of all their attacks now.
I'm going to say it was Reckla.
Wow, okay, there's a hell of a lot
Dang.
of hits in there. 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna... Okay, this one is dead.
I want to keep these kobolds from now on, but just get like
I
a trench coat, and
The
just
kobolds
have
in a trench
like 4 of them in a trench coat, and whenever we need them to attack, they just scatter.
Sleep on it.
It definitely goes to show you, yeah, the even for a creature that's not very strong, just having a lot of them,
Yeah,
it really,
it compounds.
yeah,
It's all about actions.
yeah, definitely. Okay, so they did scratch the other one, but they killed the one. And let's see, did I miss any? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, this one got scratched too. So the other ones are still up, but not looking great either. So it's back to top of the order, Dallett.
I'm going to take 2 movement actions to get over there.
Not allowed to even look at the guy that we would want to stay alive.
I know, he's so close right now. He could accidentally kill him.
It could really happen.
I'm going to use my sudden charge feat to attack this guy on the corner. So,
Did it roll? Oh, okay, there, it just popped in for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's a hit. Which one were you going for?
this one. So I
Right.
think that one's dead.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So then I will...
It doesn't matter really which one you hit now. It's going to very likely be dead.
Yeah, fair. I'll attack the one in the center here, and I'll do... I'll do the snagging strike again. Just in case he survives.
Ooh.
Nope.
Doesn't look
Yeah,
likely.
he did not survive that. How could he survive that? I love how you're like trying to let him live, and you can't even. You don't know your own strength. All right,
All right, cool.
nice. Okay, good cleanup effort there.
So many notches in the sword today.
So that means that it is the bandit's turn, and he's gonna do a will save. He actually saved. My God. Let's see what's
Yes, he will.
why. I guess there's just no going back now, right? So,
He's just cocky bastard.
He can take us.
yeah. Yeah, so he'll... Oops, I don't know why it did it that way.
He just decided he wants to take some people with him.
2. All right, he's gotta swing towards Dallett, who's got to be the biggest threat near him. I don't think he's as concerned by these little gremlins, basically, is what he sees, but he's gonna swing towards the nearest threat. Is 21 a hit?
Yeah, 21's a hit.
Okay, so 5 damage from a dagger strike out of complete lack of options. He really doesn't have anything fun to do. His third attack would be a critical miss.
His
And
complete lack of self-preservation.
for fun, I just want to see what he does here. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's see what happens. There's no allies to strike. I think he'll just end up missing here, and he'll have the AC penalty going forward. But you guys, I know, are going non-lethal. Let me have him. Dear God, he will not fail. Right. It is back to Voldarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the kobolds to take him down, but not kill him.
Okay. All right. Anything else from?
So, no, I'm just gonna tell him to take him down. Yeah, and
Okay.
Well,
All right, Reckla.
you should give up.
Yeah, I'll just order the green kobolds to tackle him, pin him down.
Okay, so you're just gonna give an order.
Yeah.
Any other action?
I could daze him, but I don't want him to be unconscious. We got to be able to. I guess we could maybe wake him up if I put him down.
We could tie him up and then wake him up. You know.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I'll hit him with another daze.
All right. So he gets a will save. Fails. And
Those are the will saves he fails.
okay, yeah, I know. So yeah, let me just have him. Yeah, so he's going to surrender at that point. You're going to break him. So he will drop to his knees, drop his weapon, and surrender at this point, groveling in front of Dallett.
it's funny. I'm trained in diplomacy, but I feel like I'd be better at intimidation right now.
Oh yeah, Reckla wants to go intimidate his ass.
I'll play the good cop.
There you go. You've got. You may all have a role here.
I'll just look intimidating. Assist.
Stare him down with the intimidating glare, and ask him if you don't feel like joining the stars in oblivion. I suggest you tell us all of the ways to get into Fort Serenko.
There's only one way, I know. There's only one way in. I guess there's 2. You could fall in from the sky or go through the front door.
Voldarious is gonna look disappointed. You can do better than that, can't you? Only 2 ways. How long have you been in that fort? You don't want to end up like your friends, do you?
The Stag Lord is paranoid. He wouldn't allow it. I swear to you, there's one way in and one way out that you'll find. If you can't fall from the sky, that is. And
Where is the Stag Lord?
Usually he's back and forth between the fort and his other residence.
And
Where
that
is it?
would be?
I don't know about his other residence exactly where it is. It's his secret.
Was the bird with you when you came here? Did he go a different direction?
The Stag Lord?
Yeah, the Stag Lord. Sorry.
No, he, of course not. Stag Lord, this is beneath him. You are all beneath him. You will come to regret this.
I fear we're going to regret talking to you. I don't think you're going to give us anything worthwhile, and then I'm gonna have to give you over to them. Interconic, I'm
I'll
gonna...
just be...
Look, you can do in diplomacy or intimidation.
Yeah, I'm trying
Nice.
to play the diplomat portion of this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, sir. No good.
0 points.
Yeah, all right. I'll burn that. So that lets me roll it again.
Yeah,
Oh!
there you go.
Slight
Ah.
difference.
Look, the Stag Lord's a damn drunk. He wants that liquor. That's all he wants. If you,
Oh, that's
if you,
all he wants.
if you-
He doesn't want the hungering blade.
that's a myth.
And I'm
I
going to
don't
beckon
believe in
over towards
myths.
Dallett.
The
Do
liquor
you
is
need
real.
to see it?
I'll just be cleaning my blade of blood.
Do you know what happened to the other camp?
He heard something.
You heard something. You heard that man and that blade. And none of your friends heard anything afterwards. Blade hungers. I fear for you. Please help me save your soul from the blade.
There's a password. When you get to the door, you have to say this phrase. And I have no idea what it means, but it's been burned into our brains by the Stag Lord himself.
What,
The
by the bloody
bloody-
bones of
bloody-
St. Gilmorg? Who wants to know?
Yes. If you are asked
Why
this,
not giving us anything more?
they will let you in with this. But I don't know. I don't know any other way in. There's a password, and the boss loves his liquor. What else would you know of it?
All right, knock him out.
Can we do a
It's a-
non-lethal hit with my sword?
Yeah.
He's a deadeye with the bow. He'll have your eye.
Oh, shit.
Where is he? He'll have your eye. He's done.
The perfect knockout.
Critical knockout.
That told us absolutely nothing.
All right, so he is unconscious then.
We knew that we didn't know that was a password before. We just knew it was a phrase. Now we know it's a password.
Yes, I suppose we have confirmation now that it's relevant. Gain access.
I would have liked
And
to have
some
known
liquor.
how many were in the fort.
He's
Yeah.
not dead.
Between the password
You-
and
You
the
let
liquor that we
Dallett get too close.
He can gain consciousness again. We can
Yeah.
drag him around. We got kobolds that can carry his body.
Yeah, that's true. Basically, a couple hours would pass, and you would be able to speak with him again, unless you guys took some effort to revive him now, which would either be healing or I don't know. if
Yeah,
there's
I say we'll just tie him up for the moment
medicine.
until we decide exactly what we want to do next.
Okay.
Actually, speaking of, are there any kobolds that are in? Yeah, it looks like there's some
Yeah.
green
There are.
ones still. I'll
Mhm.
go around and start doing some tending to them. Have the blues that survive gather up the corpses again. And to the wound.
I'm gonna move all these kobolds back out of the way too, so we can see how many.
Dallett, are you going to
bodies
need
there are.
healing?
I was going to do a medicine check on myself first because I need very little healing right now. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah,
Heck yeah, you can.
I'm good.
Okay.
Right, and then he will be just okay. Let's roll and see what you ended up with.
So what is it?
50 silver pieces you can uncover from these guys. Again, more of the same in terms of daggers, darts, leather, armor, and amulets. Pretty standard stuff as far as those guys are concerned. Haps, their leader here. Let's see, he has a composite short bow. He has some rations. He has a week's worth of rations as well.
Were you looking for those, Ben? Dallett looking for rations?
No, I'm good with rations. I can take arrows if they happen.
He has 20 arrows.
Oh, I'll
Oh,
take those.
okay. Split those with you if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add the rations to the cookbook pantry, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah, and that's it for him. And yeah, that's it. That's it, I think, for these guys. So what's the plan from here?
I think we're just going to have to go knock on the door of this place with our password and use the liquor somehow or another to get to the Stag Lord, or maybe say come up with a story about the liquor is for the Stag Lord and we need to deliver it or something. I don't know.
How about this dude? What's his name again? What was our prisoner's name? Did he have a name?
Haps.
Haps.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go knock on the door. We'll all put on whatever uniforms they got. We'll go knock on the door and tell him Haps drank too much of this liquor. We need to go see Stag Lord and give him his liquor before Haps drinks it all. And we can just walk right into wherever he is.
I think you would realize that they wouldn't welcome the kobolds through the gate.
Oh yeah, that's true. We have got kobolds.
So unless you want them to wait, just it's an option still.
Possibly we can get somebody to come out. Probably might not be the Stag Lord, but we can get somebody to come out to collect the liquor. If we said we didn't want to come out, but we wanted to give them the liquor.
Yeah. What if we had the kobolds hiding and they ambush us when we're talking at the gate? That way the bandits think kobolds are attacking when we're at the front gate, and maybe that'll draw them out.
A great idea. Yeah, and then they come out to attack the kobolds for us. Yeah.
And then we can just turn on them.
That would certainly cause chaos.
It's just a potential plan. Plans tend to change in implementation. So
there's a.
I mean, what that would do though, we wouldn't be able to get in because they'd send some of them out. We'd kill them, but then the password's not going to work at that point.
What if we were being chased and pursued by the kobolds? We're ahead, dragging our injured friend here, and they're going to be chasing after us far enough away to not be a threat, but close enough that anyone in the fort would be inclined to let their compatriots in. We have the password, bang on the door, get ourselves entry in the confusion of a kobold attack, and then not risk encountering some of them on the outside and having more on the inside that are now aware of our malintent.
Sure, we might be able to do that, and with them coming behind us and us being let in, we might be able to then make sure the door stays open so the kobolds can come in.
Exactly. That'll be like our first task will be to make sure we get control of whatever door or gate they have. It's so crazy it just might work.
I think it's a great plan. What could possibly go wrong?
Seems like you pieced together some semblance of a plan here. Let me. So I guess at this point you would have pretty much traveled through the night, and you would start to get to the point where fatigue is going to be a factor if you guys are gonna proceed, which you can do. It's just that you'll be slowed as you travel, and you'll eventually start to accumulate other consequences of being fatigued.
Yeah.
There's nowhere we could get barrels from you.
There's what? What was that question?
Is there anywhere nearby that we could get barrels from?
There were barrels at the camp, the Thorn River camp that you decimated. There were some barrels there.
Firstly, we could go ahead and fill some of those barrels with kobolds and actually say that we have liquor with a stag lord.
Let me.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I like that idea too. That's a good way of sneaking in some. I guess
there was a wagon back there.
Yeah.
Patch that up, and
I guess the question then is, does it work in our favor to have like higher quantity of the stuff he wants to get in through the door, or rushing them into confusion to get in through the door? I guess the rushing plan or being attacked plan has a little more chaos to it, where we're bound to
absolutely
mess something up. Whereas if you're delivering kegs, it's a little less risky.
The problem with delivering the kegs is then when it all starts to go down, we're using all of our actions to try to open the kegs up to let the kobolds out.
We might be able to rig them.
I'm sure I could find a way to make it so that the kobolds could get out of that simple task. Stuff enough kobolds into a barrel and I'm sure they'll bust their way out.
Basically, if you give them an order, if there's a command word, that when they hear that
Knock on the
command
barrel
word,
a certain
then
number
they
of
could
times.
use their actions to try to escape the barrels.
Yeah.
To your point,
I guess the other thing though is we don't have a cart to put the barrels
Yeah.
in.
There was
so
a cart back there. The damage.
that was ours, and he said it was dismantled to make traps.
yeah.
So it was in really bad shape.
It's not to say it wasn't repairable. It's just to say it would have been an investment of time to do it. And I think the decision was made to press on instead of fiddling with it at that time. But the other factor, and this is just putting stuff out there, like returning to the scene of the crime kind of thing too, presents risk because you don't know if they would have returned to that spot or not. So I think that
And then it's also on the far other side, right? Like
Yeah.
we got to travel past the fort again.
there's risk. There's a little bit of risk in all of the plans for sure, but it's really your call, and you can go about it any way you want to try. Let's see, what else would the kobolds at this point are committed to you all and the cause, and they want to see it through and be a part of the plan. So they definitely don't want to be like on the outside looking in necessarily if they can help you. They want to be warriors and they want to lay spears on bandits. So they're very more on the aggressive side, like leaning more towards an assault, whereas you guys are thinking more of an infiltration. So it's just, again, like they're gonna follow whatever your orders are. I'm just letting you know that they're gung ho. So
No, and yeah, absolutely. Talk to the two leaders, squad leaders there, and get their take on it. Don't want to alienate them or displease old Sharptooth in any way.
Yeah. I was gonna say we would have probably made another pyre for the two that died, because I think that's the way
yeah,
they wanted it done.
that is right. They would have taken time to do that. So you all would have time to lay this plan out and come to a consensus for sure.
All right.
Are we setting up a camp here at this point, or?
Well, that was what I was just about to ask. What do you all think? Are we good to push on and deal with some fatigue, or do you all want to camp?
I'd say camp if the next time we do something, we're attacking, we're
Okay.
gonna gear the fort.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't want any minuses. So let's
Yeah.
do the camp. That means we'll have to take our chances with something coming along in the night, but that's part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys can backtrack a little ways to get away from this area, and then who wants to seek the campsite and roll the survival check?
Now, did we establish that we could all take a little bit of time to look for one and then cherry pick the best option?
You only get one roll, one person who will roll to see if you find a suitable site. You can aid one another with that.
Yeah, I've got.
I'm trained in it, so I've got 5 on that. You want to aid me or get
I'm trained at a
I'm trained
7.
in survival.
trained at a 7?
Sitting at a
No.
9 right now.
You're at 9?
9 total.
Really,
9 total.
yeah, and this really has a lot to do. Unless you critically fail, you'll still find a spot. It's just, will you find a spot that has the ability to give you all of the benefits?
Yeah.
But yeah, whoever wants to do someone can aid whoever wants to do their survival check.
All right. Who had the highest? I'm 7, trained 5 is what mine says.
Voldarious had the highest.
Okay. So I'll
If
aid
you're
him.
if you're 7 plus 5,
No, trained 5. It's like a 7
Okay.
modifier.
yeah, because I'm at 9 total with.
Yeah.
Someone will aid.
Who's aid?
So you find a great site, a site that you feel like it's got all of your needs met and enough space for everybody. And so we can go ahead and do camping activities. I made a little camp page so you guys can
Aw.
see each other's healing and stuff. Because normally you can see the bar, but you don't know exactly where you're at. But I figure by the time you get to camp, it starts to matter.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a chance to speak with the bandit again as well. If you've got other things you wanted to ask the bandit, we'll have an interaction there that you can ask more questions. So next is your other camping activities, which are camouflage and all of that. So if you guys each want to pick what activity you want to do.
Do the camouflage.
All right.
I think I'll aid you in that because that's an important one this time, I think. We're being hunted in some regard.
Now, let's see, did we have recipes? Where do we have our recipes? Cookbook, there it is.
Well, you didn't hurt them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you think that pretty well blended.
I like that.
And I helped.
And you helped, yeah. So yeah, you could cook or you could hunt and gather for more ingredients.
Fenwarden's going to try to cook, but no, see, can I do a special meal? Looks like we have a recipe for kobold casserole, but is that a special meal or not?
I don't think it's a special meal. No, I think that was a basic.
No, that was a special meal that you made, I thought, wasn't it? Because you named it.
Voldarious made it.
Oh, Voldarious made it. Yeah.
Oh,
Voldarious
okay.
made it. Yeah.
It was initially a basic meal, I believe, that was just
Yeah.
a critical success.
Yeah.
So
we'll-
we added it to the list in there.
yeah, maybe if it was a critical basic, then maybe we call that a special meal.
It elevated.
I like it. So, yeah, I kind of like that. Actually gives it some more fun when you make the roll. Yeah, the other choices you have are to organize watch, tell campfire story. The watch thing will give you bonuses to things during your shift when you're on watch. You get +2s. Yeah, your perception is bonused and.
Now, because organized watch says expert in perception.
Yeah, you do have to be that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Fenwarden happens to be the only one who is expert in perception.
He can still do that if you guys want to have him organize the watch, and someone else could attempt the cooking. That's just survival, I think, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survival. Or
yeah, which I don't think anybody. Yeah.
No. I can do the cooking pretty well compared to setting up the watch, and that would probably benefit us in terms of staying safe. We don't want another owlbear.
In cooking lore, I'm not trying to consider. Yeah, okay. So I guess Fenwarden can try to organize the watch then.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Perception.
Perception check. Okay.
That is a success. So everyone will get a +1 to perception during your watch. All right. And then what about Reckla? Or I'm sorry, Voldarious?
Yep, Voldarious will go ahead and try to cook up a basic meal. I've got thermal remedy here, which I can work on a gallon of non-magical liquids or up to 5 pounds of food, granting temporary hit points, resistance to fire, circumstance bonus to saves against disease. Let's go with some temporary hit points, but 10 individuals who eat this meal will go ahead and gain that.
That's cool. There we go. So, yeah, go ahead and roll.
Survival.
Yeah, so that's a success as well. So everybody would get the +1 to all savings throws until you begin adventuring again in the morning. And then you'll also get the thermal remedy benefits there that he put up on the screen. What is it? 5? 10?
Yeah, 5 temporary hit points to us. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and give it to 2 leaders of the kobold, my 3 companions, and then 5 more of the other ones, and I will.
Technically, should we all eat these before we start our watch? Because the duration's an hour.
Oh, just before each of us starts our watch. Good question.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll assume that you stagger it like that. Maybe you save a little for your watch. Yeah, that's a good idea.
make the meal, and that's the little treat that you get. So you have that right.
But you want to get up for your watch.
Yeah, that's a good
you know when
point.
it's your turn.
You-
You get your nice
it-
warm like scone or something. You got that to look forward to.
It might be like, yeah, you only get to eat because you do your watch. That might
Yeah.
be the only real
That's
reason.
there you go.
to
Yeah,
wake
that's
up.
the incentive. If everyone likes it.
Yeah.
Everyone are agreeable to it.
Was this another batch of the casserole, or was this what was this meal?
Yeah, this
No, this wasn't the casserole. This would be. I'm gonna go with some bandit kebabs.
Bandit kebab. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Dark.
It's getting these because they're all interested in the siege aspect of it. So get that kind of ramped up for.
Oh yeah.
I could just see Dallett just absolutely annihilating these things too, like the real bandits. All right. So what will the watch order be for the group tonight?
Take first watch.
Yeah. Okay. And then Reckla will take third.
Who wants second and who wants last?
Well, I think Voldarious was taking second.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I
Yeah,
missed that.
Yeah. And then Fenwarden can
General.
bat clean up.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, so let's just have you guys. We'll try to go through it quickly and see if something pops up. Dallett, go ahead and roll percentile, please. You there, Ben?
Thinking about it.
Oh, okay.
It just says rolling the dice.
So what is this? Why are we doing
There we
this?
go.
It
Okay.
must have fallen off the table.
Had to re-roll
Had
it.
to move some furniture real quick. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. So your 2-hour shift goes by pretty quick, uneventful, and you pass it off to Voldarious. Voldarious, go ahead and do a D100 with dramatic effect. Oh man, yours rolled so quick. All
Right?
right. Yours also
I
goes
learned my
by
lesson.
uneventfully, and you'll hand off to Reckla. Man, you guys look at the tight rolling here. Okay.
Yeah. That's good grouping.
Yeah, and just another boring shift, but a delicious meal, guys. A
Oh,
delicious meal, worth it,
so
worth waking up for.
satisfying.
All right, Fenwarden, last check.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Okay,
hey.
so you guys threaded the needle on 4 checks here. You stayed tight grouping. That's impressive. Well done. That's
Yeah.
almost as good as your attack formations. Yeah, early morning comes. Everybody can go ahead and get your benefits, re-up your. All the kobolds are going to heal as well from having slept. So those of them that were injured will get some help there. And okay.
Yeah, it looks like mine might not be connected to my sheet because I updated my hit points on my sheet and it didn't update the bar.
What should it be at?
Should be at full. Should be at 32.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it at full. Does yours not
Oh.
show as full?
But yeah, it doesn't show it as on mine. Maybe it's just a
Oh,
refresh.
to me. That's weird.
Does yours look full when you look at it, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and his
And
does too.
If
Okay.
you check your token settings, is it
Okay,
in-
there it is. I just did a quick refresh.
Yeah,
That's all it did.
yeah, something was goofed up on your roll 20, I think. Okay. What's the route of travel that you will take to go back to the fort? Is it another roadway run?
Yeah. That seems
Yeah, I would think
reasonable.
so.
Normal
I
movement
assume that we
or
can move a little faster on the road anyway. So
And we've got a bunch of
Yeah,
those
no.
Stag Lord symbols, right?
Oh yeah, you guys
We
at this point.
we actually have I've been counting them because we've been keeping them. We have 43.
so that would make quite a statement. Is just walk up at the door and dump them all out on the.
That was exactly what I was gonna say.
Home to
Have another
surrender.
drink. Yeah. All right.
Did we have a chance to interrogate the
Oh, yeah.
bandit again?
Yeah, so the bandit would have come to at some point during the night and eventually been in a state that you could speak with him by morning. So you guys could, in the morning before you head out, have a conversation with Haps, is his name. And he actually healed a hit point too from sleeping, so I'll give him his hit point.
Good for him.
Smack 'em.
He's so happy.
Smack-
You want to take it back? You might want to keep him away from Dallett. Dallett could sneeze and kill this guy. Okay, anything perhaps?
Yeah, I
he's-
want to ask about the whole Stag Lord business and that site that we found with the animal head. See if that's something of theirs, if there's some sort of cult around it, or if they know of somebody else in the area that is worshiping some sort of entity or
We'll actually be walking right past that spot too, I think.
Yeah,
if we go back along the road, we should.
these are one of the rituals that the Stag Lord believes in. Kiro is his name, and he is the ritual leader. I think that
This is one of the other bandits.
he is. He is the Stag Lord's, one of the Stag Lord's advisors. Is one of the highest ranking
What's his name again?
Akiros. I'll type it in here. He practices some kind of witchcraft from my eyes, but it has brought us good fortune, so I could see why our boss believes in it.
And did he introduce the stag in all of this? That already his motive.
Do you mean which came first, Akiros or the Stag Lord? I don't know.
I don't know if anyone knows. Which came first?
Yeah, can we ask him, how many bandits are usually in the castle?
It just depends on where we're at with our rounds. Everyone has duties that have them coming and going from the fort. Right now, there might be 30 to 50, guessing.
We have a lot of amulets.
We came by a ritual site along the trail, and it seemed as if some individuals had gone into the woods. Is it likely that Akiros might have gone in there, or some other
Definitely Akiros.
location in there?
He would not travel on the road. He would never travel on the road. Someone's with him.
Akiros is
usually.
a man?
Yes. Yes, he would never travel alone or on the road. I don't believe that he would.
And he is a master of the mystic arts.
That he is some witchcraft.
A witch.
High value
I
target.
don't know.
High value target. Fenwarden's got little bells going off.
Yeah. All right. So I'm guessing that Akiros isn't fond of liquor.
Oh no, he is not one to dive into the bottle as our leader would.
But he's power hungry, maybe?
I know not what he wants, but he's certainly benefiting from the arrangement he has. He seems to have more freedom to profit, whereas the rest of us fight our way up the ranks a little more slowly.
Stag Lord.
Well, there was
Yeah, I think we already took him out.
she
Oh,
was
did we take her out?
she is there is some concern of her whereabouts. She was in charge of the North Thorn River encampment,
Yeah.
and she
Oh, Thorn River, yes. Terrible
also
business.
ran a lot of taxation for the bandits. She ran a lot of operations for the taxes that were being collected in and
Nice.
along the roadways. Let's see, who else would he know of?
Lady
think
with taxes and axes.
I think at this point I would have you either do intimidation or diplomacy to see how much more he would offer on
I'll
some
go
of
the
these.
diplomacy route.
Let's see. All right. So can you just restate the question or what you're trying to find out with the check specifically?
Trying to find out who else advises, what other people might be in power, trying to see if something can be gleaned off.
Yeah, so let's see who else would he know about?
You're gonna give us the entire organization.
He says there's another man that will come from time to time and travel with him, named Dovin. Dovan. And that is about all I know of.
And what does Dovin do?
Dovin is... Let's see, what does Dovin do? Dovin is a master of creatures. He has been known to capture some dreadful beasts and provide them to the Stag Lord as gifts. He has come into favor with the Stag Lord for this, and he owns some of the regions that the Stag Lord has claimed.
Brings them as prizes or brings them as pets? Does he have some sort of menagerie?
Oh, I think he brings them as weapons and entertainment mostly. So you should hope that he does not have a fresh delivery awaiting you.
Yes, we're so doomed. It'll be so terrible.
I'll just slowly draw my sword behind him.
It's like still covered in all the blood, you know.
Keeping it
mess-
clean, but that blood is just still there.
It's
It's
just yeah,
so
it's
much.
just so much. What else would you like to know from the bandit leader?
Have any other questions?
This is before Voldarious came in, so he's a little uncertain on it. The kobolds, and he asks to the rest of the party, their idol was taken by the bandits? Is that how this all happened?
There's some more nuance to it than that. We were under the impression that the kobolds were being controlled by that Tartuccio, right? The guy, the old gnome.
No, and now they're
And-
being led by Tartuk.
Ah, Tartuk, yes, yes. So we actually liberated the holy idol from the Mitflit.
And the kobolds have an interest in the bandits because of the fort or simply because of two? I'm gonna ask
Oh, Haps. I'm sorry, I missed the question again.
do the kobolds have an interest in the fort, or is it Tartuk who has an interest in
It's Tartuk. Yeah. He's basically trying to claim the region, and the Stag Lord is controlling the region.
in opposing power?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's really, in a weird way, he's doing the same thing you are. He's trying to do the same thing you are, which is to disrupt the Stag Lord and
Yeah.
to take over the lands. He's just got a completely different angle that he's using. Maybe not the one that you would take, but here you are intertwined with him.
Oh yeah. No, there'll be a reckoning.
Keep your enemies closer.
Yeah, and I know we're right up against time. I'm going to move us over real quickly to the map, and we're going to fast forward to a little wave of the hand to where I'm going to put you at least on the map with the fort so that you can see a little bit, at least get a sense of the size here, the scale. Let me know if you guys are able to see it or not.
Yes.
I can see the edges of, yeah,
Okay.
the outside edge of
Okay.
that.
Yeah, so this will be the map that we'll use. I think there's maybe still some debate between you all about what the exact strategy was.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you wanted to talk that through a little bit before we adjourn, so that gives me a sense of what to plan for next session. What's your agreed on approach here?
We don't have the barrels, so we can't really sneak in kobolds that
Yeah.
way. I don't know if there's another option that we could come up with.
It would take me time to craft them. I can do it. It would just take me. So
Yeah.
try not to take too much of that.
Also,
Um,
what you'll have to decide what you're going to do with the bandit himself.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's another thing to consider.
That's the crux of one of the plans. Having him with us gives us some kind of credibility to the gatekeepers if we're trying to sneak our way in or trick our way in.
Mhm.
I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to be fake.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
better not be. He could turn on us very easily.
Yeah, we don't want him to be conscious. So it's really about getting them to open that gate for us,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
right?
Yeah, open the gate, and then we've got to hold the gate long enough for the kobolds to run in. So
moving you guys around the map. I don't know if it fills in for you when I move you around
It
like
doesn't.
that.
No, it doesn't save. And in fact,
Oh, that's weird.
for me, it's starting like right here, straight across is black.
Yeah,
I can't see anything below that spot.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Explorer mode. That's what it is. Okay, let me try that again then. And see if it...
Yeah, since we don't have the alcohol and we don't are easily recognized as not being bandit, it seemed reasonable to take the unconscious one and just be like, hey, we either helped this guy or we found this guy.
I added the 8 bottles of liquor to our inventory. I
Oh,
figured
we
we
have
could
one.
probably find a way to carry 8 bottles between all of us and the
Yeah,
kobolds.
I assumed you guys had that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. So we do have the bottles.
Oh, and that was from the Thorn Camp?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I stepped away.
I think the only question is, yeah, how you'll either use the kobolds or not, really,
Right.
since you're without barrels or whatever. If there were another way, I think that they're just waiting. They want to be a part of the plan, is all. And
Yeah.
And
in the map? What exactly is this? Is this just like a fenced off area?
oh no, that's like
Or
a
is it a
cutaway.
building?
That's like a cutaway map.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I still like the idea of just let's get them to open the door for us, and we can use the liquor for that. And yeah, we can say that we were merrymaking with the prisoner that we have, and he drank too much and fell off a cliff and got himself all banged up. And so yeah, we want to come in, share our liquor with them, and once we get the gate open, then we can hold the gate and call the kobolds in from the bushes there.
We also could tell them that he told us to say that password, passphrase.
Yeah.
That was slipping my brain, right?
So I'll leave this in here as the current plan, and we can revisit this at the beginning of next session. That
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
gonna, and if you guys think of something else, we can completely change it. But that just helps me prepare a little bit for 2 weeks from today. So cool. Everybody,
we can think about
else?
ways to strengthen ourselves before we move in there, whether it's bless or stuff like that before we go in.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, the other open question is what to do with your bandit, your prisoner, whether or not where is he going to be in all of this, and what are you going to do with him?
I think we're gonna weekend at Bernie's him, basically.
He's conscious now, so you'll have to knock him out again, and then
now.
Yeah, I got a couple of cantrips that could take care of that.
We've got a Dallett that can take care of it.
That's true. That's true. One
No,
intimidating glare would do it probably. Well, those are the things we'll work through at the beginning of next time, and then yeah, we'll see how things fall out here, and whether you can make entry and find this guy. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Really good. All right.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks, y'all.
Take care.
Have a great night.
You too.
You too. Thanks, y'all.
Have a nice